Hi Sam. Today, we're going to learn the word
Darstellung.
Hi Alex. What does
Darstellung.
mean?
Great question.
Darstellung.
Translates to representation in English. It can refer to a variety of meanings, like a presentation, a depiction, or an illustration. The most common use is in the context of art or performance.
So, is there anything I should watch out for with this word?
Yes, actually. In English, representation can sometimes have a more abstract meaning, but in German,
Darstellung.
often refers to something more concrete. So, be careful with that.
Got it. What about the grammar?
Darstellung.
Is a feminine noun, so we say
Die Darstellung.
the plural form is.
Die Darstellungen.
It's important to remember the article because it helps with understanding the gender.
And how do I use it in sentences?
In the present tense, you could say
Ich sehe die Darstellung.
which means I see the representation. For, it would be
Du siehst die Darstellung.
for,
Sie es.
it's.
Sieht die Darstellung.
And what about the past tenses?
Good question. In the prateritum, you might say
Ich sah die Darstellung.
which means I saw the representation. In perfect, you would say
Ich habe die Darstellung gesehen.
That's interesting. What about the imperative form?
you could say
Sieh die Darstellung.
which means look at the representation. It's a nice way to command someone in a friendly manner.
Where does this word come from?
Darstellung.
Has its roots in Old High German, where it comes from the verb
Darstellen.
meaning to present or to represent. The concept has evolved over time, and it has kept a strong connection to visual and artistic forms.
That's fascinating. How do I break it down?
Let's break it down into its components. The prefix is,
Da.
which means out or forth. The root is,
Stellen.
meaning to place or to put. So, when you put them together,
Darstellung.
essentially means to place forth or to present.
That makes sense. Are there similar words I should know?
Absolutely. For example, we have,
Vorstellung.
which means presentation or idea. It breaks down into,
Vor.
meaning before and,
Stellen.
then there's,
Abbildung.
meaning illustration, where means off and,
Bildung.
means formation. Also, there's,
Darlegungen.
which means explanations.
Can you give me more examples?
Of course. There's also,
Herausstellung,
which means exhibition, with,
hier,
meaning fourth. Then we have,
Anstellung,
meaning employment, where means on.
Entstellung,
Translates to distortion, where.
NT,
Indicates separation.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes. And don't forget about words like,
Gestaltung,
meaning design, and,
Behandlung,
which means treatment.
This is super useful. How can I use?
Darstellung.
In real life.
Great thought. Imagine you're at a gallery. You could say,
Ich finde die Darstellung faszinierend.
meaning I find the representation fascinating.
I'll try that.
Another situation could be in a meeting. You might say,
Die Darstellung der Daten ist klar.
which means the representation of the data is clear.
Got it.
Lastly, if you're talking about a film, you could say,
Die Darstellung der Charaktere ist beeindruckend.
or the representation of the characters is impressive.
I love those examples.
Now, let's talk about gender memory hints. Since
Darstellung,
is feminine, you can remember it by thinking of a feminine presentation.
That's a good tip.
Also, watch out for the common collocations like,
künstlerische Darstellung,
for artistic representation, or
wissenschaftliche Darstellung,
for scientific representation.
Are there any words similar that I should avoid mixing up with?
Darstellung.
Yes, be careful with,
Darstellung,
and,
Darlegung,
which means explanation. They sound similar but have different meanings.
Okay. I think I've got it.
Let's do a quick recall check. What's the plural form of?
Darstellung,
Is it?
Darstellungen.
Yes, that's correct. What does
da,
mean as a prefix?
It means out or forth.
Great. Now, can you give me a sentence using?
Ich habe die Darstellung gesehen.
In English.
That means I have seen the representation.
Perfect. What's the imperative form?
Is it?
Sieh die Darstellung.
That's right. And how about the gender of?
Darstellung,
It's feminine, so it's.
Die Darstellung.
Last question. Where does the word come from?
It comes from Old High German, related to.
Darstellen.
Awesome job, Sam. To summarize, today we learned about
Darstellung,
its meanings, uses, and how to incorporate it into our conversations.
Thanks, Alex. This was really helpful.
I'm glad you found it useful. Keep practicing, and you'll get even better.